As it just stands, yesterday they fired Melissa Barrera for anti Semitic comments. And even she would say they're not anti Semitic comments, they're anti war comments. They're comments saying, and to be honest, we know that this is over the deaths of kids and women, and we're seeing, and she's posting such amazing footage. Not amazing in what the content is, but amazing in that, wow, I can't believe she's getting this footage. Where is she finding all this information? Where is she finding this kind of anti-Israel stuff? And she was posting stuff, and I think she said something to the degree of, it's like they're putting them in concentration camps. It's like it doesn't matter that it's not Jewish people. They're doing to the people what they would used to do to Jews. And I think Spyglass or somebody went, I think we've had enough of Melissa Barrera. And they say, she's a very beautiful girl, very great actress, but she's just one girl. And when you look at the sum total of its parts, they're going, here we are, we're Jews. We control and dominate the industry, which she said. She says that the media is controlled by Jews. And we all talk about this and we go, oh God, you can't say anything. You can't say anything on YouTube. You can't say anything on Twitter. You can't say. And ultimately, it really comes down to that TV show, The Idol, that The Weeknd made, where The Weeknd, they had, I think, 3 Jewish people, Eli Roth, Hank Azaria, and the other woman, and they were Jewish. I'm pretty sure they were all Jewish, and they said, well, all we got to do is destroy and discredit this person, and they discredited the Tedros character after he wouldn't leave the Lily Rose Depp character, and they said that for weeks in the media, they said terrible things about him, and they used their power, and so we destroyed this guy in the press. We destroy this guy in the press. We just use our media contacts and say, like, they could do the same thing about me and Melissa. They could say, oh, well, now he has feelings for Melissa Barrera and she's married or this or that. What I say about this is, Scream is a franchise about taking a knife, plunging it into people, and stabbing the crap out of them and murdering them. And it's a violent, 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 God doesn't like those kind of movies, horror movie, but it's fun because Ghostface is an interesting character. The way they subvert the genre is interesting. And it was very interesting because I always said, it was always interesting because it was about, like, well, if you have sex, Ghostface is going to kill you. That's the horror movie. Like, characters who were pure and virgins and good would survive, and all this kind of adult nastiness and the rules of the horror movie, and you saw it, as you saw from Scream 1 to Scream 6. Now, Scream 7, they got rid of her, and I think it's very interesting to say that both Sydney and Sam, or in this case Melissa Barrera and Neve Campbell, they might want to kill their characters off. They might say, oh, let's kill off Sidney Prescott already. They probably wanted to do it in Scream 6. And they probably want to do it in Scream 7 or 8. Or let's just kill her off because she's asking for money. And let's get rid of Melissa Barrera because she's basically on the side of the enemy. She's on the side of the enemy. She's not going, yay, we got them. They're bullying us. Let's kill them. She's like, no, let's go against these people. And I feel like we're done with Scream, even though for me personally, I think Scream can go on decades. You could keep using the same tropes, but you go, it kind of feels like people are, I can't say this without going into the religion. The movies of today are no longer movies that they've always been about. How do you say this? God doesn't really like these movies. God never really favors these movies that are rated R. A movie like Toy Story, that's a good movie. Simple movie. It's not spiritism. It's not demonic. It's a movie like Toy Story. It's cute. It's a lot. It's about a toy who feels jealous of another toy. Toy Story, very cute movie. Finding Nemo, very cute movie. Family friendly, good movies for families, for kids. And scary movies are the movies that are like, oh my God, it's a scary movie. Now we look at this war and we think, I think I was reading something that even Melissa Barrera put about they said, oh, I've never seen, like, the intestines came out of the kids and, like, their brain matter. And I'm like, what in the fuck kind of a doctor is going to, like, they don't even show that stuff. But you go, that stuff is happening. And people like Melissa Barrera are making mention of it, that you like to just say, oh, it's horrible, it's horrible. Then you go back to your life. I think we have to ask ourselves, what does God think about that stuff? And we think, well, maybe the kids didn't pray for their meals, or maybe they were praying to the false god, or maybe you go, what in the hell are we dealing with? Where we have evil, which is, you could say, the Jews, but you go, what are we dealing with? Where somebody, I don't think the Jews killed them. I honestly really believe this. I think the Jews paid. I don't think the Jews killed people. I know that sounds so naive and ridiculous, but I think the Jews know exactly what Jehovah entails from them. I think Jews know that there is a Jehovah and there is a Jesus, and they don't want to go to hell, and they do pray on the matter, and they do go, well, we do have a situation where someone's kidnapping our people, and they go, we align ourselves with peoples like a Joker, we align ourselves with these mercenaries, we align ourselves with these murderers, and they say, there's got to be a guy out there who will blow up a kid, and won't even blink. He'll cross the line, and he won't even think about it, and he'll go, don't worry about it. You guys are Jews. You go back to worrying about the scrupulous things you're worried about, the success. Worry about being successful in money and controlling things, because go do that. Because when it comes to killing, we're in your pocket. And you know that there's a non-hands dirty method where you go, no, man, that's their soldiers, and you go, but are they really Jews, or are they fake Jews? And the Bible talks about the synagogue of Satan and fake Jews, and how do we know that somebody who's basically a John Cryer, where they say John Cryer, it's random, but you go, oh, he's Jewish, and you go, no, he's not Jewish at all. We'll play the Jew, we'll act like a Jew, we'll have fun being one, but that's what I'm feeling now. I guess it's going to sound ignorant, and it's ignorance, and I don't care, but it's not a conspiracy theory, but I go, I know that the Jews are sitting around going, the Ark of the Covenant is right over here. The Bible, the Torah, all this stuff that we know that we're not going to cross the line and murder and have kids' intestines coming out of their body. We're not going to blow them up because some American soldiers or some of us got hostage. They're not going to do that. They're going to go to men who are the worst, most despicable, inglorious bastard men who will carve your face up like a turkey and say, hey, let's just get these guys to go fight for us. They'll do the things we can't do. They'll be the Batman and bring the fear, and they'll do the killing. And you go, well, isn't that what everybody would do? Isn't that what it is? And I don't condone it or justify it, but you go, if you're Jewish, if you're a Jew, and you literally are Jewish, and you are saying, I'm going to take a missile, I'm going to take a soldier, and I'm going to make intestines from a child come out of their body. And it is the worst possible inflicting pain. And you go, oh, we're doing that because of the righteousness of God. No. Someone they are paying, someone they are aligned with, who is a fake Jew and a synagogue of Satan, someone who is evil, who is a ghost face themselves, who will stab the shit out of kids and kill them. Those are the people they are paying. They're not going to do it for free. They're not going to do it because they like you. They're doing it because of money and power and oil or whatever the hell. And they're saying, we will fight the fights you cannot fight. And they go, well, do we really care? Do I really care if I hired 400 expendable guys to go murder kids? They're psychotic. They're psychotic. They'll murder me. So, not murder me, but I'm saying they think to themselves, they'll murder me, so I might as well hire them and put them or have them work for me. And I can't imagine if you're Sylvester Stallone and say, I want you to play a character that works with Jews, and you go and you blow up a kid's intestines. You go, oh man, no, I'm not gonna do that. You'd want to see the movie about Sylvester Stallone being the Rambo and blowing up those fucking guys, saying, I'm gonna go after him. But you know you can never make that movie. You never can make that movie, and you go, why? Because it's anti-Israel, it's anti-Jewish. But you know, a guy like Sylvester Stallone is not. You would say, I need to find men who can go in and kill these other men who took hostages. But you go, but you have those psychotic, random weirdos who are like, we're going to kill kids. That's how you send a message. And if it was a movie, you'd go, man, that Dolph Lundgren, that Wesley Snipes, that they go, man, you just blew up a fucking place with kids, man, and you just like, you want to, and you get that Sylvester Stallone, and you're like, man, I'm gonna fucking just want to fuck you up, man. You just blew up a fucking hospital, fucking kids, you fucker. Are you psycho? And you go, oh man, they started it. They took the hostages. What else was we? You sit there, you're like, man, I want to fuck this guy. It's a guy. It's some guys. And you're like, I'm gonna fuck this guy up, man. What the fuck is wrong with you, you know? And it's like Mr. Blonde, who I loved anyway. I love his character in Reservoir Dogs. But it's like, man, I don't want to kill anybody. But if you're standing in my way, one way or another, you get out of my way. But I'm not a fucking psycho either, you know? I mean, what the fuck was Mr. Blonde think? And you're like, I love Reservoir Dogs, my favorite movie. He's like, if they hadn't done what I told them not to do, they'd still be alive. And you're like, oh my God, what the... You fucking... I just love Reservoir Dogs. And I love Mr. White. And I love Mr. Blonde. And he's a fucking psychopath. And you're like, he's a fucking psychopath. So, I think there could be some good movies made out of this entire debacle. We're never going to forget this. You know, this is, you know, we thought about the Yom Kippur War in October that happened in the 70s. You know, we're never going to forget this hostage situation. And these hostages, I mean, they better be the most, we better put them as Kim Kardashians. They better be the Kim Kardashian. They better live the most luxurious lifestyles. They better be the ones who are, you know, the most beautiful girls, the most beautiful people. I mean, fuck. Melissa Barrera, she's beautiful. She's gonna. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not gonna commit infidelity with her or anything. But beautiful girl. Keep her in Scream, and this is just, you know, you're like, man. I mean, what? God, it's just killing's easy as breathing. They say, Killing's as easy as breathing. And God, Jehovah, what do you want to happen here? This is a nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare, man. It's a fucking nightmare. I hope it's not real. God, I hope I can wake up and go, oh, thank God, man, those kids are okay. You know, like they just had a couple bullets hit them, but my God, what the fuck is going on here? And we only give the Jews the benefit of the doubt because we're like, well, you know, they do control everything, right? And you go, fuck you, bro, we don't control everything. Well, it seems like you do because when someone says one thing about it, a swarm of anti-Semitism, and you're like, dude, you know, I don't think anybody really fears Jewish people. They fear God. I don't think people fear Jews. I don't think anybody said, I'm afraid of the Jews. When we wake up, we don't get afraid of the Jews. You know, Jesus Christ is a Jew, and we all come to love Jesus. Like, we've never felt fear for Jesus. There's no horror movie where we're like, oh my God, I'm scared of Jesus. I'm scared of... He's so scary. We go, he's such a warm, inviting, loving human being. One of the best the best human being we've ever had in our lives. Oh, this needs to be... there needs to be resurrection, man. We need to resurrect. I don't know. I mean, I know resurrection is impossible, but you know, Jehovah told Jesus he's the resurrection. You know, if you believe in Jesus and Jehovah, you get resurrected because he says, awake. The girl was sleeping, awake. I think there was a girl that he resurrected. Jesus said that he was like, you just got to wake up. Like, wake up. You're in sleep. And you go, but what about the body? I don't know. I hope. But, you know, 5 million years are going to go by. I don't even know. They were in the end times, man. But, man, I'm done. Ah, man. And I want to see a Scream movie, which is the worst thing, too, because you're like, that movie is violent and just, you know, I don't know. Melissa, just go with it. They fired you. Get away from that. Get away from all that. Get away from all that. You know, she'll probably be in the movie. Very beautiful girl. Jenna Ortega, very beautiful. The girl who plays Mindy, Jasmine Savoy Brown, beautiful. The other girl, very beautiful girls. You know, and you think this would be, you think the one thing that if God had to have one thing, he'd go, okay, well, we have fornication. We have situation where men are having sex with other women. And you go, oh, they had sex, kill them, sex, kill for sex. You know, you're not being a virgin, you're not looking for marriage. But you go, God, I mean, I don't know anybody who gets hurt. I guess only with a disease or like maybe kids being born. But you go, God, I don't see how when you have sex, you go, oh, that was the worst decision I ever made was to have sex and have a child. And you go, you think, God, these you think about the people who had these children. You go, are they thinking now, should I have never had children? Wouldn't it be better if I never had children and I was just a single person with no child and don't raise kids in this land? Because you go, they're killing them. They're dying. They're dying. They're dying. They're dying over there. And Melissa's trying, and all you can do is talk about it. All we can do is talk about it, because if we go and fight, we're gonna die too. I mean, I'll go die. Melissa, we'll be over there dead fighting, and we'll go killing. As Way of Water said, killing only leads to more killing. But damn, you know, if we gotta take some of these fucking assholes, you know, all right. Just praying to God, the one true God, looking horrible, not don't listen to me, come to Jesus. And, you know, the Jews doing this, I'm like, And they go, but that's how life is. You don't start war with the Jews. You don't start messing with the Jews. You Jews, hey man, we are not these people that you just see us celebrating Hanukkah, and we're these funny little jokes. I'm not Seinfeld. I'm not Jerry Seinfeld. I'm not George Costanza. I'm not Kramer. All right, I'm an evil person. You mess with me, we're gonna come at you. But I know they're paying someone. I just know someone is paying these people. That's all.